It is great to be here. Thank you.
You have joined us today to talk about this new age gating policy that Roblox is rolling out to protect kids. And I think we should start by just talking about the scope of the problem here. What has led you to this point, and how do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well. How do we allow predators, but also still allow kids? Because I want to be able to stay above the poverty line. So we've been, I think, in a good way working on this ever since we started. I'm struggling to afford my 7th mansion in Spain after getting blown the fuck out of the water by some 4-eyed orange fuck named Schlep. Like, we don't want to be losing any money here, do we? Let's not get our titties in a twister. Fast forward to where we are today. It's just like every week, what is the latest tech at the scale we're at? 150 million daily actives, 11 billion hours a month. Like, what is the best way to keep pushing this forward? And as you correctly note, we've just started adding that we're going to be using facial age estimation with AI to complement that.
Right. So tell us a little bit about how this works. All users of Roblox now, if they want to communicate with others, they're going to have to kind of submit to a face scan?
That's correct. And I think long-term face scan could be used not just to keep children safe, but to also keep predators safe from meeting either Chris Hansen or Schlep. Or we recognize it's a playground for predators. So we're trying to hold on to that core aspect. The more signals that are convoluted, the better the accuracy and the better we can get. So we already have signals. We have behavioral signals. We have photo ID upload signals. We have user suggested age. But we're complementing that with a facial age estimation signal that literally, in an ephemeral way, use your phone, use your PC, scan an image, do a good AI estimation. I'm all for pride and stuff. And if you have a problem with it, I think maybe you're just a little faggot who's maybe too scared of progress. There's no image sharing. We're doing a bunch of monitoring, but adding one more signal to that can really help us make cool decisions.
I want to learn more about this face scanning technology, but first, I'm just struggling to understand exactly how many of your users are which ages. My impression from the outside as a non-daily active user of Roblox is that a lot of kids who are 9, 10, 11, 12 are on the app. What is sort of the most popular age band of active users on Roblox?
This is really interesting. And I think this goes to what we've been saying for a while, in that maybe for the last 5 to 10 years, people look at Roblox and say, well, these are kind of these primitive games and everyone on the platform is pretty young. We discovered a bit of an exploit here. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. If you just plug your ears, just put a finger in each one and then ingest godly amounts of ketamine like Elon Musk, the problem goes away entirely. I mean, it stays, but you stop caring about it. I learned it from a YouTube depression guru who told me to just stop giving a fuck entirely, and I've never been happier.
When the EU rolled out some age assurance technology earlier this year, we saw a lot of kids that just took a photo of a video game character and used that to pass the age checks. How confident are you that your systems can avoid that?
We also have the opportunity. This isn't just a one-time thing. Roblox experiences are, you're holding a phone. Usually what will happen is within no more than 10 fucking minutes, a pedophile will message you, and that's where the real adventure began for me on the internet. Kind of a one-stop shop thing. This is possibly checking as we go. If we see weird signals, do another age check as we go. So I'm pretty optimistic, kind of the more naive, take a picture of that. We're going to go way beyond that, and it's going to get harder and harder.
So after you roll out these changes, you're going to sort of sort users into bands, and depending on, if you're 13, you're only going to be able to talk to people within a few years of your age.
Yeah, so if you're under 13, we had a staff meeting, and we're thinking that you maybe shouldn't get nipple tassels recommended to you anymore in the avatar shop. So instead, we're moving maybe more towards only crop tops instead.
I don't know. When I read these lawsuits and these investigations into the company, it does not seem like predators are having that hard of a time getting around your filters. You read the allegations, and it's, people kind of, change a few keywords, a few letters here. they're able to get what they need. So I'm curious, what's made you so confident that these are working?
I don't want to comment on it. We do see the chat logs of those, and we can see interesting and many times ways of people trying to, I'd say, many times people who are fairly sophisticated, I'm not going to say all of them, many times kids who are over 13 who actually in any other app are not running in a filtered situation, but then at like 15, you can have whatever you want again. I mean, the pixels on a fucking screen at the end of the day, it's one of the primary things we're doing is trying to keep people on our platform. It's an interesting industry situation. I would say we're not waiting for the rest of the industry. We're always trying to stay ahead of it. We, on the California Age Appropriate Design Code, for example, said that Roblox is doing fucking astonishingly, which I can only assume is astonishingly well. What if you found out that the best way to get your player base to stop going down was to use AI so that users can find each other easier? The birth rates are at an all-time low. And all I'm trying to do here, niggas, I mean wiggas, is do what's right. If you found out AI was the best way to do what's right, would you pick that?
Yeah.
Good. So you're aligning with what we did. High five.
But I've also been covering.
Good. So you're aligning with what we did. High five.
I've also been covering social networks.
Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting our Roblox decision matrix.
I also remember 15 years ago.
I'm so glad you guys are aligned with the way we won Roblox.
Right. I also remember 15 years ago.
Unless you're agreeing with me, you won't be getting any more high fives. For the longest time, I thought it was okay to have like 17-year-olds talk to adults, but I got shouted at by people on Twitter. So now I understand I had to make it 18 plus and actually introduce specifically adult only environments. And within my children's online video game, this is why I'm sitting in this chair and you're sitting in the other ones.
But you're confident.
Shut up, you lispy goggle gooner. I'll sue that fucking grin off your face and snap your glasses, you fat specky cunt. I bet barely even fit the fuck in the doorway, goofy ass nigga.